how are you? Mike here from The Wellness Bucket. Quick question for you. You ever read a book or take a course or complete a training program, whatever it may be, and you do this because you're out looking for a different strategy, a strategy either to, I don't know, lose weight, run faster, get a six-pack, increase sales in business, launch a new product, whatever it may be. It's like you're out looking for a new strategy, a way to do something differently that's going to help you. And then you go out actively seeking it, but then you get all these strategies and then you don't take action, right? You don't use any of the strategies you've learned. And I've done this countless times. I mean, I love reading. I've read hundreds of books, and there's been tons of strategies I've come across, and they've been awesome strategies, but I haven't taken action. I've gotten better, but I haven't taken action in the past on these strategies that I've actively gone out and sought to learn, to understand. And I ask myself, like, why is that? Why is it that I go out actively seeking these strategies, but then I don't take advantage of them? I'm curious if you've done that yourself. Chances are you probably have. So I ask myself that question, and it's almost like I view it as like asking for directions, right? It's like when you ask for directions, it's like if I'm out asking for directions, looking for a strategy, and I get the directions, I'm given the directions, and then I just don't follow through. I don't follow through on the directions, and I'm curious, why is that? And there's two things that come to mind. Whenever it comes to creating a winning strategy for myself, two things come to mind. I call the two C's, if you will, on why I haven't taken action on some strategies if I've gotten them, and two ways that I end up taking action. Whenever I do take action on these strategies, there's two things that come to mind, the two C's. One is clarity, being clear about the actual strategy, like how I'm going to put it into use, how I'm going to utilize it. So I'm given a strategy, okay, but now how do I use it? So number one is clarity, like being clear about the strategy. Clarity is power. So what does that mean? So for example, if I'm given directions and I'm told, hey, you know what, go, a couple of lights down, go some lights down and then hook a right. Well, some lights down, I don't know what that means. Is that 1? Is that 2? Is that 10? And because I'm not clear on where do I take that right, I might never take action. I might never take action on that strategy because I'm not clear, I'm not confident that I know where to take a right. So number one is for myself, it's been being very clear on what that strategy is. Hook a right when you get to light number 8. So being clear on what that strategy is. We can know what it is, but how do we take full advantage of it? That's what's worked for me. Being clear on how to take advantage of that specific strategy. That's been number one. That's the number one C. Number two C is consistency. Just being consistent with whatever strategy I've learned or I've been taught is being consistent. For example, let's just take, hey, I want to create a six-pack for myself, six-pack abs. Well, that takes consistent, hard effort, right? I can't just do crunches today and eat well and expect, six-pack in the next, 6 or 7 days. It's just consistency. And the same goes for anything. It could go for business in terms of, getting ourselves to a business standpoint where we're executing on, customer service, product delivery, quality, etc. It's just doing things well consistently. So whatever strategy it is, I have to just be consistent with following through. Again, whether it's with health, whether it's with business, consistency with that practice. I remember when I was speaking of directions, when I was driving across country, it's like I told myself, hey, I have to drive 12 hours per day to get there in 4 days. So I had to consistently drive 12 hours per day to make that, to meet that goal. That was my strategy. So if I didn't drive those 12 hours, if I wasn't consistent, I wasn't going to get there when, I had planned on getting there. So number two is consistency. So that's this message is when it comes to strategies, and even if we have the right strategy, it's one thing to know it, and then it's one thing to actually take advantage of it, and, put these strategies to use versus just letting them sit there and we do nothing with them. I know I've done that so many times with the books and courses and trainings I've gone through where I haven't executed on the strategy. So don't let that be you as well. Let's execute two ways. Be clear on how you will execute that strategy. Complexity is the enemy of execution. I'm going to repeat that. Complexity is the enemy of execution. The more complex it sounds and we don't know when to hook that right, the chances are we're not going to actually head down the road and shoot for that right that we're supposed to be taking. Number one, be clear on that strategy, how we'll take advantage of it. Number two, just be consistent with whatever strategy you're out to utilize and to use for whatever it may be, whatever the goal may be. That's this week's message. I hope it helps. I hope it makes a difference. It's made a difference in my life as far as using strategies, using the directions I've been given to get myself to where I want to get to. Thanks so much for being here. You're awesome. If I can help you with these directions, these strategies in any way, reach out to me anytime. It's Mike@thewellnessbucket.com. You're awesome. Cheers.